guys, welcome back to my channel. I am again with baby Lorena in my arms. I have to feed her, but I'm also it's the weekend, so my baby girl, my 2.5-year-old toddler Bria, is at my mom's house, and it's actually Mother's Day, so I want to wish all you moms out there happy Mother's Day. But yes, so in honor of Mother's Day and in honor of one of my new subscribers and who I also am subscribed to, Jessica, Giffen, I think I said it right, I am going to do the mommy tag. So I'm super excited. So yes, I'm gonna get on with the questions. I got her video up here. She's got all the questions listed. And I'll link her video below too, because I really liked hers. I just hope this lighting's okay and it doesn't make me look funny. She still doesn't know how to sit up or support herself, so she's kind of like flopping while I'm trying to do this. But I figured what better time to do this than on Mother's Day in my mommy robe. Yeah, just be in the Mother's Day spirit. I also want to wish my mom a very happy Mother's Day. I love you, well, we love you, and Bria loves you so much. So yeah, if my mom's watching, happy Mother's Day. Question number 1, how old were you when you had your first child? I was, let's see, I was actually 27. Yeah, I think I was 27 and I turned 28. My birthday's on Halloween, so I am an official Halloween baby. I was born October 31st. So yeah, I think I was 27 years old. What is / was the hardest thing about being pregnant? Holy crap. Nausea. The nausea was, well, the puking was ridiculous. I mean, I couldn't hold down anything. I couldn't hold down watermelon, I couldn't hold down water, I couldn't hold down like any kind of fruit, or I literally would throw up water. Like, it was just crazy. It was constant nausea, puking through the whole entire pregnancy. Well, both pregnancies actually. So it didn't just last for the first trimester, it went all the way up until the day of delivery. So that had to have been the hardest thing about being pregnant. Can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? Good things I enjoyed. I don't know why both of my pregnancies were like really tough. I mean, not just because of the vomiting and everything, but just, I don't know, life in general was kind of tough for me during those 9 months or 18 months of time. So I'd have to say, if there was anything I enjoyed, it was feeling them kick. This one was kicking like crazy. She kicked a lot. Bria definitely kicked a lot too, but it was more towards like the end that I really started to realize all the movement and kicking. But with her, because I knew what it felt like and I knew that feeling and recognized it, it just stood out like so much more. So that was definitely something I enjoyed. I would get like so excited. I even recorded multiple videos of her kicking. I'll actually show you right now. But yeah, so I recorded like every single time. It was like so exciting. I'd get so excited every time she kicked. So I recorded a lot of those. Okay, hold on, baby. You're all discombobulated here, sweetie. Alright, question number 4. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? I'd have to say like way off, just because, you know, they tell you to have a birth plan, they encourage you to have a birth plan in place, But the thing is, between hospitals, doctors, nurses, and then just life on life's terms or life in general, most birth plans just don't go according to the plan. So I would have to say most of it was not accurate for me, at least. It's definitely not at anything, you know, of what you expect. Like, I didn't expect my whole entire life to change. I mean, obviously I knew my life was gonna change, but like I didn't expect to look at so many things differently. Even like watch the news and not think, like watch the news differently now. Like now when I watch the news, I think of my babies, I think of how, you know, that would affect them, and things like that. So yeah, but the childbirth part, yeah, I got, you know, my birth plan definitely didn't go accordingly, so I would have to say definitely not really accurate. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? For the first one, for Bria, absolutely not. There would be nothing I would have changed. I mean, the first time I really wouldn't change anything. I think the second with Lorena, I feel a little bit like I wish I could have changed something, because I could have done a VBAC and I didn't even opt, you know, I didn't even think about it. I didn't even try to think about it, and I think I could have done it, and I wish I had at least tried maybe, and then if they had to do an emergency C-section, then that's fine. But I know emergency C-sections are very risky as well, so yeah, it's kind of an up and down situation, especially because her, the birth story with her was just so traumatizing. I'll have to tell you guys about it when it's not as like open, like the wound isn't so open, but yeah, the birth story with her was like horrifying. Just nothing went like it should have. But I'm blessed and okay today, so I'm happy about that, and she's healthy, so that's all that matters. What would be your advice for someone about to have a baby? I would say to expect the unexpected. Definitely don't worry about much. Don't stress yourself out. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Try to stand your ground, like, you know, and do your research and make sure you know what you want regarding your childbirth plan, and try to the plan in order, and make sure you know, tell your doctor how important it is to you that your birth plan does go as planned, because that's the point of it, isn't it? So yeah, I would definitely stress that. Again, the most important thing is that our babies are healthy, so the best advice I could give is to just take care of yourself and your baby the best you possibly can, and know that you're doing an amazing job either way, and your baby is gonna be the best blessing ever, and your whole life's gonna change, but for the better. I mean, for me, it depends who you are, but for me, I wish I had babies sooner, because my life would have been a lot different. I would have like stepped up to the grown-up plate a lot sooner, and you know, just I wouldn't have done a lot of the messing around that I did, like partying and things like that. Any other advice for someone about to have a baby? I would say congratulations. And also for any new moms, I'm going to be doing a newborn must-haves. I actually have a basket full right here of all the must-haves I believe were the best to have for both my babies. So I have the basket here, I just gotta film the video. But that will be coming up soon, so please subscribe so you guys, any new moms or anyone about to have a baby, can check that video out. I think it'll be very helpful for a new mom. Next question has been the hardest part of being a mom. The hardest part is definitely the lack of sleep. With Bria, I got to sleep a lot. I don't know if I would recommend this, because I did have a friend Let me back up here. I breastfed Bria, and I was encouraged by a woman named Anne who would come over to our house and do like baby stuff with us and show me like all the different things I could do with my newborn baby, and just how to get like her skills and things, and help throwing a ball helps them realize like depth perception, because they see the ball as close up, but when you throw it, it gets like further and further away, so they really figure out depth perception. Bria actually did very quick, just from like doing that with the dogs, like throwing their toy and stuff. She picked that up so quickly that when I would pick her up, she basically would know like how high up she was when someone would pick her up, and she would kind of like freak out. She would come over and do stuff like that, and she actually encouraged me to like co-sleep. Not so much co-sleep, but she would tell me like, if you really need to sleep and you fully trust yourself not to like pass out into a drunken stupor, like just go to sleep, which I don't drink anyways, but she said, I could lay on my side and nurse her while I was laying on my side, and I didn't realize that. And at the time, co-sleeping wasn't that big of a deal as it is now. Like now, the minute I was in the hospital with her, they were immediately like, baby on back, no co-sleeping, blah blah blah, like super strict about it. So I don't co-sleep with her. She sleeps in her crib, and it kind of is weird because I feel like I don't get to bond with her like I did with Bria, which is weird, but that was, what's it called? That was helpful with, the extreme exhaustion, but yeah, like I actually had a friend who rolled over well, I think it was the dad. The dad fell asleep with the baby and accidentally rolled over on him, on the baby, which is so heartbreaking. So disclaimer here, I'm not encouraging it. I was just encouraged at the time. So even to just lay down on my side awake while I nursed her, I mean, I was still getting rest even just being awake. So it was easy with Bria. With her, it's very difficult. Having to wake up and wash the bottles and get the formula ready, and having to really keep track of her feedings. With Bria, it was around the clock, on on demand. So I didn't have to like stress too much or think about it too much. And like I said, breastfeeding was a breeze for me. It isn't for many people, but it was for me. And the other hardest part about being a mom is obviously a single mom. Being a single mom of two, especially. I mean, of one, it was amazing. It was just me and my baby girl. But two, it's very hard. You love them both so much. You want to give them both so much attention and love, and bond with them. And like, it's like even times like this, I got to bond with her like the past 24 hours. Oh, my baby's actually calling right now. Let me answer her. She's FaceTiming me. Okay. Hello.
Yes. Hey, happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Ooh. Hey.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Okay, so this lighting is actually a little bit better. Probably should have been facing this way the whole time, but it's okay. Lorene is done eating. I have to get ready to go to my mom's soon. Yeah, the hardest part was definitely the no sleep. I would just say, plain and simple, that's the hardest part. It has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom. So many things. It's just truly like the best feeling in the world. If you ever felt like you didn't know what your purpose was, I think this was my purpose. Just to be a mom and be a good mom. The rewarding part is just being able to like play with them and watch them grow. If I had to pick one thing though, it would just be the person that they're making me. They are making me the best version of me I never ever thought even existed. I mean, it's crazy. And it's just so fun. I get to celebrate like their birthdays and holidays now are just so fun, and it's so rewarding. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? How differently I look at the world once again. Like, you know, I just think of things I never thought of before. Just things about keeping them safe, and, you know, even just how I feel about like partying and things like that. Like, I just feel like partying and that kind of lifestyle when you have kids is so unimportant, like just like a waste of time. Like, I don't know, it's just I look at things so differently. It's crazy. I can't remember the question anymore. Yeah, that's the most surprising thing, is just how differently, like, just watching TV and like my priorities and like what's most important, all of that has changed, and that's surprising to me. What is the best memory you have between you and your child? Oh God, there's just so many, because they all kind of just intertwine with each other. Immediately with Bria, my first Mother's Day, definitely a good memory. I was in Florida visiting my dad to church that day, and we got a picture outside of the church of me holding her, and I love that picture. And it was just, I don't know, it wasn't like nothing special particularly happened that day, but it was like a really good feeling just spending the day that was meant for like a mom and a baby, like, with her. It was awesome to spend our first Mother's Day together, but I think it was really her second. Like, she wasn't a little baby like this, she was 1.5. Other memories now is like her swimming, and I just can't believe her swimming. Her with her little sister, just so sweet. A lot of the memories with Bria is just how amazingly smart she was. I was just a new mom at the time, so like every memory with Bria is just so amazing. I mean, I'd make it a 10-hour long video if I had to talk about all the awesome memories with her. We were in my hometown. We spent a few months there. Bria was walking the dogs. So she was like 1.5, almost 2, and she was walking both of the dogs. Like, it was crazy. Everybody thought it was so cute, and it was so funny to watch. I'll try to find a clip and insert it in the video.
Reese, stop! Reese's! Good job! Good job, Smarty!
But yeah, it was so funny seeing her walk Reese's and Nala. But yeah, so there's just like a lot of memories that I find funny. Even when I found out I was pregnant with her, I told Bria while she was taking a bath, and I'll try to find this clip too. I'm not sure if I will though.
Do you want a brother or sister? A sister? Did you say you want a sister? Bria, do you want a brother or sister? A sister? Sister. Can you give Mom a hug? Yeah. Oh. You're the best. Oh my goodness. Yay. Are you excited? Are you gonna have a baby sister or brother? You want a baby sister?
And I told her, like, I asked her, like, do you want a brother or sister? And like, she said she wanted a sister. And it was like, oh my God, it just brought tears to my eyes. I was so excited, and it was just crazy how she said she wanted a sister, and I just so happened to be able to give her a sister. Just so many memories, just running around my mom's house. And
Uh-oh. You fix him? Aw, yay, good job. Get you. Hold on. I can get you.
Yard and playing with the dogs and just
Dance, dance. Never has. Yay!
so many, just so many. Her playing with my niece. So cute. And things like that. Just meeting all my family members and seeing her with my dad and seeing her with my grandparents and just seeing her with my sister and my niece, just all of that. I can't pick a best memory. Number 11, what was the most exciting milestone? The most exciting milestone, okay, I'm sorry, baby, here. The most exciting milestone for Bria, I believe, was, I want to say crawling, because it was just at that point where like it was like, is she gonna skip crawling? She needs to crawl. So she finally started crawling, and I think the stage of like going from just kind of being stuck wherever you placed her to being like on the move was pretty exciting for a milestone. The most recent exciting milestone for Bria is potty training. I'm super excited that she's pretty much potty trained. Lorena, I would say, her most exciting milestone so far is she does like the little baby talk. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Seeing her giggle, like doing the real belly laugh, and then talking now. So yeah, those are the good milestones right now. The most exciting. Number 12, what was the worst thing your child has ever done? Well, this one hasn't done anything so far. The worst thing Bria had ever done? That's tough. Okay, the worst thing. This is like literally the worst thing she's ever done. She was just playing around in the yard, and you know, me and her get in like this goofy mood where we just goof with each other, being silly and just doing things like she knows that I'm just kidding with her, I guess. But recently, or a couple weeks back, she threw a rock at me, and she had just seen one of my friend's babies do that. But she immediately got yelled at for, so I don't know why, but I think she knew that she wasn't gonna like hit me with the rock or anything. Like she wasn't trying to hurt me, she was just playing, but she threw a rock and it could have hit her sister, so I was pretty upset. And when I started yelling at her about throwing the rock, she started laughing. So I started obviously getting more and more angry, and the more angry I got, the harder she laughed. So if you can imagine, the worst thing is when your kid laughs at you, when you're like angry and trying to teach them that they can't do that, and you know, and basically telling them that they did something bad and they can't throw rocks and it almost hit their baby sister, and all they can do is laugh. That was like a very discouraging feeling for me as a mom. It was like a part of being a mom that I'd never experienced, where your kid is like literally laughing at you when you're trying to be very serious with them. It was very discouraging, but luckily it has not happened again. I'm pretty sure my grandparents were here, so I kind of ran to my Nana for help. So they were able to help me on that front, but yeah, I just hope that never happens again. What habit do you wish your child didn't have? The one habit I wish Bria didn't have is drinking all the juice she drinks. I dilute it with water, so she's getting water, but she's obsessed with juice. I just can't believe how obsessed with juice she is. I've tried giving her like different juices, like juices that are really good, like way better tasting than apple juice, and like she just always wants the apple juice. I just wanted her to like try something new. I tried to give her soda. She just, I don't know, like she didn't even want the soda. She wanted the apple juice, and that was like my real official test. Like, is she really that obsessed with the apple juice? And she is. So that's definitely a habit I wish I could kind of get her out of. So I wish she would drink more water. She does drink water now, but it's usually just at night. Do you share any similarities with your child, physically or personality? I guess physically we have like, she looks just like her dad, but everybody says that she has my eyelashes. I don't know, my eyelashes aren't that long until I put on mascara, and then they seem to like really come out of nowhere. But definitely she has my eyelashes. She doesn't have my color eyes, but I think she does have my big eyes. Even though they're blue, they're not green like mine. So physically, I guess that's what she has. I don't know, really, she doesn't look much like me. She might have my hair. I used to have really wavy hair. I still do have wavy hair, but hers is more curly, so I don't know. Personality wise, yeah, I think she's just like me, which I think I get my silly personality from my dad. My dad was always a big jokester and like would play jokes and just goof around with me and just say silly things, and like that's kind of how I am with her. So I think she's definitely picking up on that personality from me. And also, I don't know how she could really have her anyone else's personality, because I'm the only one who's really with her most of the time. So yeah. Okay, where would you like your child to be in 10 years? 10 years, I would like her to be very skilled at something. I want her to find out what she's good at, and I want her to do what she's good at and enjoy what she's good at and be good at it, be the best she can be at it. So I really want her to have like a hobby or a skill set that she likes, and that so she has that outlet, that creative outlet, and something she can be proud of herself for, whether she's good at dancing or soccer or gymnastics. Like, I don't know what it's gonna be or what she's gonna pick. It could be hockey, I don't know. I played hockey, but I just want her to have something that she can enjoy that helps her through anything, you know. If she's upset, I want her to be able to have that to do to make her always feel better. I want her to have that one thing that she can always go to, kind of, that's active, you know. Okay, 16, what is something that having a child has taught you? It's definitely taught me to be, like I said again, the best person I can be. I'm ultimately their idol. I'm pretty much, you know, they're girls, so they're gonna look up to me ultimately. They're not gonna look up to, you know, their dad. Their dad's not, their dad's a guy. So I just realized I really have to be like the best role model and really set the standards on like how they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to carry themselves. So I really learned like I have to kind of start changing maybe the way I dress and how I act. I really have to start changing a lot of things, especially now that Bria is getting older. It's more noticeable for her, so I really have to kind of step my game up and just be the best amazing person. And I also know like when she's gonna ask me questions about life and about things, and I want to be the mom that always knows like what to say. I want to be the mom that just somehow comes up with like the most perfect thing to say to her, you know. I always want to have the right answers, the best answers to give her. Okay, number 17, did you imagine you'd be a mom at the age you became a mom? Yeah, I imagined getting married, having kids, you know, later on in life. I did everything that I could do to avoid being a teen mom, because that just wasn't the thing. in my generation, it wasn't the thing. Back then, you didn't want to be a teen mom because you're basically throwing your dreams, your life, your friends out the window, and that was all that mattered to me when I was, that age. So I imagined, being a mom around this time. However, I wish I'm kicking myself because I thought I knew that that was what was best for me, and I think sooner would have been better. 18. How have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? I'm kind of answering all these questions already. I've definitely just, I've changed by like learning to pick and choose my battles, like what really matters and what really doesn't matter. Like, I used to like get upset and be like over dramatic about like stupid little things in life, and those things are so silly to me now. Like, the only thing to be dramatic or get upset about is the health of my child or the well-being of my child or anybody or anything, putting that in danger, so I really try to pick and choose my battles and, like I said, just be a role model for them. And, what really matters now is what's most important, and what's most important is them. So, yeah, I'm really trying my best to keep changing and not just kind of get comfortable in one state. I always want to grow as a person. I don't want to ever stop learning or growing, and that's the only way I'll be best for them. Describe your child or children in a single sentence. I should have changed it around to children because I'm forgetting about her because she's so young, but to describe Bria in a single sentence, I would say super smart, funny, loving and caring. I don't know, I can't, like, there's just so many things. She's just basically a cup of happiness. That's Bria. This one, she is definitely, how would I describe her? In one sentence, I would say, Marina in one sentence would be complete. I don't know. No. I would say she's just as, she's a cup of happiness too. I've been having a tough time with Lorena because she has been a bit colicky, but she is such a happy baby even still. So like when she's not crying, she's very happy, and I can already tell she's gonna be smart like Bria, and I just can't wait to see them together. So I would have to describe both my children as in one sentence, a big cup of happiness. That's all I can really say. That's just all that they are for me. They're just so much in one, and the only way to describe that is happiness. So yeah, that's it for that. Again, thank you, Jessica Giffen, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Happy Mother's Day again to all of you moms, and yeah, I hope you guys have a happy Mother's Day. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe and join our little family. And yeah, if you have any video recommendations or anything like that, I'm more than happy to do that. So just, let me know below in the comments. And yeah, that's it for now.